Hey everybody, welcome. Just getting started here in the second game, trying to get some microphone things set up here. See if we can make it work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That's all right. We'll just go live. Hot mic. Yes, we see it. Let's see the C chord. Quite the first game we had. I think 17 innings, 16, 17 innings that went. And in the end, Lumberjacks ended up losing by 1.
Today's foul ball sponsor is Huckleberry. They're also giving away free frozen treats from McDonald's today, in addition to the game. Leading off for Britain, number 3, Liam Peters.
There we go. All right, Liam Peters leading things off here for the Lumberjacks. A little upgrade here for you on the scoreboard. 1-0 to Liam. Takes his first strike. Chamberlain lost. I think final score over there in Cologne was 15-0, I think I heard. So both teams with a loss here today.
Yeah, it's been high. There you go.
Ripped out to shallow center. Center fielder on the run makes the catch. That's the problem with this is having to change between balls and strikes and camera angles. Jack Thibodeau now at the plate. Strike 1. Ball in the dirt. Swung on, popped foul, out of play. Got a heck of a deal here. There's Competition for these foul balls when they give out $1 per foul ball. Another ball there. Two the count. Strike three. Second out of the inning.
That'll bring up the third baseman, number 35, Drew Height.
Drew Heitman out to bat, playing third now. Is behind the plate for the first game and had a few good throwdowns to second. Just couldn't make it count. The ball was dropped out there. Strike one delivered. Hit up the middle. Second baseman grabs it. Third out. We'll end the top of one. 1, 2, 3 for Chamberlain. We're headed to the bottom of one. We'll be right back. Yeah. All right, back for the bottom one. Liam Peters on the mound here again. Used up quite a few pitches in those extra innings, so they're going to run him here in the second game. Chaz is done for the weekend. He pitched through probably 7. Hit to third, stop by Drew. Toss over to 1. Ooh. Runner just beats it out. Leadoff single for Chamberlain. Popped up. Drew on the run. Falls. That grass is pretty long over here.
Not sure it's not Max out there. The way he's standing.
Yeah, he did have a chain on. So who is that? Oh, Luke behind the plate, probably. Yep. What's the count here? 0-2. Looks like it sank in there. That'll be ball one, though.
I got him.
Swinging straight through.
And Liam will sit him down. First out in the bottom of one.
Now up your first baseman, number 15.
Hit the short. Nothing really Jack could do there.
Klein reaches first on the base hit. That'll bring up his pitcher, number 5, Skyler Regenthal.
One out here. Runners at first and second for Chamberlain. Pitch on the way. Ball one. Throws a strike there.
Called strike one. That'll even up the count. 1-1.
Ball outside. Ball in the dirt.
You need to check that guy on first. He's got dangerously big lead.
3-1 the count. Now full. Batter will take a walk down to first and load the bases.
Now up the pitcher, number 8, Caleb Brandt.
Haven't seen a double play yet this season, but now would be about the perfect time.
With the bags.
Ball inside. One and one the count to the batter. Whew. Bussy makes a good diving attempt. Can't quite come up with it, but that'll be strike two.
1 and 2.
Strike three. Liam sits him down for the second out.
3. Now up, third baseman, Austin Hopkins.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Ball high. Two one now the count. Swing and a miss, strike two. One more to go here for Liam. Fouled off.
Three, goes with the count.
Had a little cushion there. Full count now. Fouled back. Runner at third almost reached home by the time that reached the fence. Liam into the windup, delivery, and it'll walk one in.
Now look left fielder, number 7, Mason Fowler.
Strike delivered. Hit to third. Drew has it. Throw over to first in time. That'll end the inning. 2 hits and 1 run scored. 3 stranded for Chamberlain. See if the Lumberjacks can get these bats going. We'll be right back. While I have a minute in between innings here and I'm not fumbling between camera views and scoreboard, let's thank all of our yearly sponsors: North Star Federal Credit Union, Health First Chiropractic, Bolt Marketing, Full Circle Ag, Benke Sand and Gravel, Grade 8 Transportation, Heinebuck Potatoes, Northern Gold Logistics, County Line Seed and Precision Planting, C&W Transfer, Scott's Lumber, First Savings Bank, HH Design, Sand Lake Sales, Venture Communications, and Metabolic Hoops Academy. Thank you all so much for helping support the Lumberjacks and Britton Heckler Braves live streams. All right, Lumberjacks back at the plate here. Chaz Viator to lead things off. They trail 1-0 in the top of 2.
First baseman, number 38, Chaz Beater.
Ball one delivered. Swing and a miss, strike one. Both teams we've played got a big old gap between center and right field. See if we can take one out to the grass there. Pass ball. 2-1 now to Viator. Ball three in the dirt. Ball high. Chaz will take a walk down to first. The Chaz on first. Center fielder Bowen Michael at the plate. Chaz goes. Catcher drops the ball. He makes it in safely. Oh, obstruction. Chaz will get third.
That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Runner advances the third.
Popped back and out of play. The chase is on. 0-2 the count to Michael. Thought that first one was a ball. Big time rip.
Oh, you hit it. That a boy.
Left fielder makes the catch. That'll be the first out of the inning here. If we can keep putting the bat on the ball like that, we'll be all right here. Max Souther now, left-handed batter, up to bat. One out with Viator standing on third. Fastball. Chaz is on his way home and makes it in safely. It's about a mile to that backstop. Game tied up at 1. 2-0 now to Souther. Three 0.
There you go.
Swung on, fouled off down the first base line.
Must be on East River time yet. Way early.
I didn't even notice. Did it change out here?
I don't even know. Probably should check into that before I say stuff.
It's funny though.
He was on it. He hits that thing straight. We're going to be a double.
That'll be a walk for Souther. One out here. Carter Groby up to bat. One runner on for the Lumberjacks. Pitcher steps off. No throw over. Max only had a step and a half off the base. Ball high. I must be behind here in the count. 2-1 to Groby. Two now.
Strike two, opens up the count.
Ball in the dirt. Oh boy. Max gets himself back. Full count to Carter Groby. Souther gets about a 3-4 step lead.
There we go.
Hit well, but foul down the third baseline. Thought that was ball 4.
Fastball.
Is it not? Souther advances to second. I must have been ahead in the count. Now full count. Groby ducked that one, but a strike called. Second out of the inning. To bring extra hitter Bladen Downs to the plate. The runner on second. Ball low and away. Ball 2. Pass ball. Souther will advance to third.
Runner will advance.
3-0 the count to Bladen. Strike 1.
Strike one. One.
Pretty big lead for Souther there. Pitcher steps off. No throw.
There you go.
Nice hit from Bladen up the middle. He's hustling. Oh,
I disagree with that.
Nice play by the pitcher. Cleared out his inning.
most of the time I think tie goes to the runner. I'll toss him out. And that'll end the inning, but not before the Lumberjacks send one across the plate. Tie it up at 1. We'll be right back. All right, back here for the bottom of two, tied up at one. I never did go over Lumberjacks defensive lineups. Liam Peters on the mound, Luke Bussey behind the plate, Chaz Viator at first, Groby at second, Tevidal at shortstop, and Drew Heitman at third. Joseph O'Brien out in left field, Bo Michael out in center, and Max Souther out in right field.
Now it's the bottom second. Second base at number 13, AJ.
Strike one. Strike two delivered. It fouled on the third baseline. Ball inside. 1-2 now the count. No outs here in the bottom of two. Ripped between second and first. Leadoff single for Chamberlain. Throw over to first. And back just barely in time. Thought he had him. Swung on, hit down the third baseline.
Eat it.
Nice throw over, but not much you could do there. Runners now at first and second. No outs. Runners at first and second here for Chamberlain. Ball inside. Looks like Levi Mills over warming up behind the dugout. Swing and a miss. Max really wanted to throw. Runner stayed put wisely. It fouled on the first baseline.
Foul ball on the first base line.
Ball in the dirt. Nice block by Bussey behind the plate. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss.
Swing, strike three.
Not sure the discussion there, but runner is out.
Center fielder, number one, Riley.
First base is occupied.
Popped up. Chance to make a play.
Cover
Tevedal.
Cover third.
Hey, 2 outs, still runners at first and second. Popped up. Heitman under it. Makes the catch in foul territory. Third out of the inning. We're headed to the top of 3. We'll be right. All right, back here for the top of 3. Joseph O'Brien at the plate leading things off for the Jacks. Ball just a bit high.
That's a classic.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Oh, that'll work for us. Ball 2. Check swing, ball 3. Ball 4 in the dirt. That'll send Big Joe down to first. Nobody warming up here for Chamberlain. Good sign for the Jacks.
I think we're gonna steal here.
Joseph has got some wheels.
But we steal. But yeah, 2 push-ups.
There he goes.
Uh
Uh-oh.
oh. Underneath of it.
Nice job there, Joseph. Getting the slide down. Now I got to do 2 push-ups. Ball high. Luke Bussey at the plate here for the Lumberjacks. Ball outside. Our cool breeze has turned kind of to a warm breeze a little bit here. I was behind in the count. That's a walk.
Liam coming up here.
Call it back.
Top of the order, Liam Peters.
Liam.
Got a pinch runner for Bussey. Looks like Henry Kilker out there. Wild pitch. Ball gets past. Both runners advance. Ball one to the batter. Ball two.
Stop by the kitchen.
3-0 now to Liam.
Goes 3-0.
And ball four.
Ball.
Base is loaded with Jack Thibodeau coming to the plate. No outs. I'll have a little mound visit. Fast ball. Joseph's going home. He'll get in safely. Both runners advance to second and third. One 0 to Jack. One and two now. Swung on, hit up the middle. Bobbled by the shortstop. He'll reach. Run will score. Henry will reach for third.
Score on the single. That'll bring up third baseman, number 35.
Kind of delay in the scoreboard here.
Yeah. Jack goes from first to second.
Come on.
Ball high.
Goal.
Pass ball. Liam's coming in. Slide. He's in there safe. Jack over to third. Makes it 4-1 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Three 0 to Drew Heitman. Ball four. It's hoping to see Drew hustle down to first and round it and head to second.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ball four, way
The reverse
outside.
card is
Look at
no.
Corning hustle down to first base.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. He's rounding first. He's trying for second. Cates checks Scales to throw down. And here comes Scales. The cutoff, so back. The plate. Safe at home. Safe at second. Oh, my.
Do have confirmation from some unnamed coaches that play has been practiced. Just haven't seen it yet. Pitching change here for Chamberlain as Chaz Viator is coming to the plate. We'll be right back. All right, back in action here in the top of three. Viator at the plate, no outs. Tevidal on third. Drew Heitman on first. He's taking second. Gets in easily. 1-0 is the count to Chaz. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Right on it. Swing, strike one. Let's move up.
Foul down the first baseline. Full count.
Count.
Fouled over to Coach Heitman. Swing and a miss. First out of the inning.
Swing, strike three. Bo Michael.
One out now. Center fielder Bo Michael at the plate. Tevidal on third and Heitman on second. Swung on and hit. He'll hit the short.
Just score him. Hold his foot.
Run scores. And Heitman will stand on third. Max Souther now at the plate. Foul tip. Strike two. Not quite an hour into this game, and we're already about halfway through it. 3.5 hours is the time of the last game, I think. Hit up the middle. Bobbled by second baseman. Out at first. That'll end the inning. But the Lumberjacks add four. Makes the score 5-1 as we head to the bottom of three. All right, back here in the bottom of 3, Lumberjacks at the 5-1 lead. Strike one. Hit out to deep center. Caught made by Michael. He had a few of those in the first game, too. Swung on, gets through between third and short. O'Brien gets it back in. That'll be a single. Hit out to center again. Michael on the run. Mate.
Get up.
Makes a stop anyway. Popped out of the glove there. Runners at first and second now.
Touch it.
Gets past Heitman at third. That'll load the bases. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Hit up the middle. Tevedal grabs it. Throw over to first. Gets the out. Run across the plate. Makes it 5-2. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Strike two. Strike three. Peters sits him down last out of the inning. Chamberlain strands two, scores one. 5-2 as we head to the top of 4. Ball high. Carter Groby leading things off for the Lumberjacks here in the top of 4. Another ball. 2-0 the count. Popped up. That's going to come right in front of us.
It's $1, man. There you go. It's a tough guy to get out at first.
Oh, nice play there. Gets Groby over at first. Falls back into the net.
There you go.
Hit back up the middle. Shortstop grabs it. Dig out at first for the out.
Number 23, Joseph O'Brien.
2 outs here in the top of 4. Right fielder Joseph O'Brien at the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Number 1.
3-0. Hit the ball there.
Popped up. First baseman runs in and makes the catch for the 3rd out.
First baseman, number 3.
All right, back in action here in the bottom of 4. Pitching change for the Lumberjacks. Bo and Michael on the mound. Liam Peters will head out to center. Ball 1. There's a strike. 3-1 the count to the batter. Let's give him one to swing at here. Oh, looked like it sank in there. Swing and a miss. Ball gets by. Runner will trot to second. Hit to left field. Joseph O'Brien makes the catch, gets it back in. Runner gets back in time. 1 out. Swing and a miss. One and one. Hit out to center. Gets by Peters.
In the Parker.
Makes it dang near to the wall. He'll hit the cutoff. Jack Tevital way out there. Runner will hold up at third, and that'll score a run. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Oh, neat.
Strike delivered. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Isn't that strike three? What did I miss?
2 outs,
Why did I say 2-2?
1 strike.
Okay. I'm way behind. One popped up. Tevidal retreats and makes the third out of the inning. All right, back in the top of 5 in this 6-inning game. Luke Bussey at the plate. Ball 1. Lumberjacks with a 5-3 lead. Another ball. First kid to get to the foul ball is always looking behind his back, making sure he's not going to get tackled. Dollar on the line. Ball 3.
Ooh, that was high.
And a walk for Bussey to lead things off here. That'll bring top of the order for the Jacks, Liam Peters. Henry goes. Ball gets thrown behind Liam. Henry rounds second, looking for third. Liam ducks out of the way of that. Ball two. Swung on, hit. Second baseman bobbles it, gets it over to first for the out. Henry rounds himself over to third. One out here with a runner in scoring position. Hit foul. Devital, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Ball high. Ripped out to center. Center fielder on the run. Can't make the catch. Henry scores. Devital will reach second. One out here with Drew at the plate. Ripped to third. Devital hesitates. Dropped by the first baseman. Looks like Drew maybe twisted his ankle over there as he ran into the first baseman. Seems to be shaking it off all right. Chaz now at the plate with one out. Ball high. Throw back to the pitcher. Ball in the dirt there. And as Chaz tried to duck out of the way, it hit the top of his bat. Strike one. It'll be 2-1. Sometimes being tall has its disadvantages.
So you change your light bulb.
Ball inside, 3-1. and gets hit by the pitch. That'll send him down to first. One out here in the top of 5 in this 6-inning game. Center fielder, no, now pitcher, 16, Bowen Michael comes to the plate. Hit right at the shortstop, hits him, and gets into the grass. RBI single for Bo Michael. Max Souther now at the plate for the Jacks. Ball inside.
Down to lose one right now.
Ball low. 2-0 to Souther. Strike there. Three and one now. That'll walk in a run. Drew across the plate. Have a little mound visit here. And looks like maybe a pitching change. So we'll take a break as well and be right back. No pitching change there, just a little pep talk. Bases loaded, one out in the top of 5 with Carter Groby at the plate. Viator stands at third. Ball inside. Check swing, ball 2. Fouled back. 2-1 now to Carter. Ball 4, another run walks in. Now batting, extra hitter, Bladen Downs. Swung on and hit back up the middle. Shortstop flips it to second. Gets one there. Run scores. And that'll leave second base open. 2 outs. Joseph O'Brien at the plate. Fouled back. There's a dollar. Oh, Max across the plate there, no problem. Bladen will advance to second. Popped up foul, hits the Chamberlain dugout. 1-2 now.
8 points for the slide. 8 out of 10.
Fouled off the plate. O'Brien's still alive. 2 outs here. 1-2 the count. Ripped down to third. Third baseman grabs it, tosses over to first. Ball dropped. He's safe. Bladen gets over to third. I don't know if that counts as a single or if that's an error on the first baseman.
They're marking it as an error.
Now batting, catcher number 2, Luke Bussey. O'Brien reaches second easily. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Fouled back, out of play. Nope, stays in.
I see one water.
I'm all right, thank you. No. Swing and a miss there. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Jacks put up 6 in the top of 5, makes it 11-3. We'll be right back. All right, while we have a chance, give you a little update here as we head to the bottom of 5 in the 6th inning game. 82 degrees here in winter. Thanks for joining us here on Rocktail YouTube. I want to thank all of our sponsors: North Star Federal Credit Union, Health First Chiropractic, Bolt Marketing, Full Circle Ag, Spanky Sand and Gravel, Grade 8 Transportation, Heinbuck Potatoes, Northern Gold Logistics, County Line Seed with Precision Planting, C&W Transfer, Scott's Lumber, First Savings Bank, HH Design, Sand Lake Sales, Venture Communications, and Metabolic Hoops Academy. Bo Michael back out on the mound here for the Jacks with an 11-3 lead. 1.5 innings to go here. If the lead holds, Jacks will play tomorrow at noon, I believe, in the 5th and 6th place game. Lost in 17 innings this morning to Winter. Ball high. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Hit up the middle. Grabbed by Tevidal. No, gets through under his glove. Grabbed by Peters in center field, and he'll get it back in. That'll be a single for Chamberlain. Fouled back into the net. One and one now to the batter. No outs. Runner on first. Popped up foul. Chaz makes a run for it. Couldn't quite catch up to it. Strike two.
Count.
3-1 now. Oh, 2-2, sorry. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Bowen sits him down for the first out of the inning. Our breeze coming back here, cooling things down a bit. Looked good from up here. Ball one. Strike one. runner over at first. Doesn't want to get too far away. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Hit up the middle, in between third and short. O'Brien catches up to it, gets it back into Drew. We'll have a mound visit with Coach Heitman. We'll have a pitching change and some flip-flopping around of positions. So Liam Peters will head to the dugout. Bowen will head out to center field, and Levi Mills will come in to hit the mound. We'll be right back as Levi takes his warm-ups. We got our outfielders already looking forward to football season here. Oh, now they realize they got to get ready. Here we go. All right, one out here. Runners at first and second for Mills. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Full count here. I'll take a try down to first. That'll load the bases. One out here in the bottom of 5.
Brings up number 13. For one. 2, down to 1.
2-1 to the batter from Mills. Bases loaded. One out. Pitch on the way. High and tight. Strike delivered. Full count. Ball low.
Anything. Level 5, isn't it?
I think it's 11-4.
It's level 5. They're not updating the inning.
Strike one delivered. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Yeah, you're right. All right, Levi, one more. Let's go get this guy here. Strike 3. Got him swinging. Out number 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Fastball. All the way to the backstop. Runner on his way in. No play at the plate there. Swing it. Oh.
Foul ball.
Yeah, one. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Levi sits him down. Chamberlain strands two, but they score three, makes it 11-6. All right, time limit reached. That is the ball game. Your Lumberjacks win 11-6. Welcome to our Grade 8 Transportation post-game wrap-up in our second game of the day. Got the bats going against Chamberlain here and found a way to win, and they move themselves into the 5th and 6th place game tomorrow at noon. We'll have that live for you here on Rockdale YouTube once again. Appreciate you all watching along today. Want to thank all of our sponsors one more time: North Star Federal Credit Union, Health First Chiropractic, Bolt Marketing, Full Circle Ag, Benke Sand and Gravel, Grade A Transportation, Heinbuck Potatoes, Northern Gold Logistics, County Line Seed with Precision Planting, C&W Transfer, Scott's Lumber, First Savings Bank, HH Design, Sand Lake Sales, Venture Communications, and Metabolic Hoops Academy. We'll see you tomorrow.